So, this is a video showing people how I make my tracks. So, usually I start with a melody that I can create. So, for example, I'm doing this, I'm not using my MIDI keyboard today, so I thought I'd just use the keys on the screen here so you can see what I'm doing. But usually I start with a melody, so what I could do is so for example, we'll go and use Thor. This software is called Reason 10, and it's pretty good for making and creating whatever you like. So this is Thor, a polysonic synthesizer. Has, when like, so for example, this screen at the bottom here, this is the sequencer, so we can close that now because we don't actually have anything there. Now this is Thor. There's so many things that you can add and do, but we're not going to go into that today. So for example, at the moment it says epic poly, so if I and hopefully you can hear. In fact, I'll turn it up a bit. See that? See that? There is a really nice sound. But actually, you know what? Let's use that. Let's use that. So what I usually do is I'll go back to the sequencer. I'll click my little pencil. I'll write 4 bars there. Double click, and then what I'll also do is minimize it like that so we can see what we're doing. Then I will draw in what sounds good. It's a bit too high. See, that sounds good. So we'll draw 1 bar there. We'll draw another bar there. Sounds alright. We'll draw another one, and then say for example, so if what I can do is set loop and selection, so it will literally play what I've written down. So at the moment the beats per minute is 120. I don't like 120. I like 128 for most of my tracks. So we got a nice bass going on. So we've got that. So we've created like a very small bass melody-ish. So what I usually do, I add an effect. So what I'll do now, and like if I add this alligator, it changes completely. So what I'll do is I'll stop playback, I'll copy and repeat. So what I'm doing, I'll just show you very simply how I'll do that. So I've got a little going on there. Then what I do, and like just for this video I'll show you, I'll put in I've got lots of drum samples of drum and bass, for example, hip hop, absolutely loads and loads of hip hop. Oh, I like that. So I'll play it, I'll literally put it down there, if you see that. I don't like putting beats or drums right at the very start, because you want to listen to what we've got here first. So usually I do this for about 9 seconds roughly. So if we copy and paste this one again and then copy and paste this one, play it right from the start again. And this is what I do with all of my songs. I don't just you know, sort of use samples or loops all the time. See, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So what we've added, so we've got a bit of drum, a bit of bass. Sometimes I like to add, so for example, we'll close this sequencer, and we'll go, we'll make another instrument, but this time we will, God, I don't know actually, there's so many options to choose from. What I'll do, we can put some pads in, so we'll put some pads in. We don't really do this very often. So this is the radical piano, and you can change. You've got loads of different types of piano. So this one sounds different to this one, and it sounds different to this one. Slightly different, not too much different. Yeah, so they're all different pianos. What I'll do again is, right, that sounds pretty good. So we'll go back into the sequencer, and then we'll write 4 bars again, and then so let's do it again. So we'll do, yeah, let's start with that. Sound alright? Let's see if we can, we'll solo this, play it back. Right, okay, it sounds pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap here, which I don't like. So what I'll do is I'll take that there, copy that. So there's almost like a sort of a I don't know, like a stream down. Alright, it sounds okay, not great, but for this reason it's just a video for you guys to just see what I do and see how I manipulate sound, and pretty much design the sound. So we'll give this piano a little bit of an echo. Double click that, so that's on there, so let's just repeat that. So, okay, that I'm not sure how this is going to sound, so what I'll do is I'll copy that, paste, copy and paste. We use these drums again, so so as you can see in the song, usually the end is about sort of 3 minutes or so. That's the end just there, if you can see the mouse. So let's go back, let's stretch it back, so it's easy to see. What we'll do, we'll put the piano at the bottom there, and then what I like to do is like that. We'll have like a little bit of a pause there without the drums, and then we can, what should we do? So we could put that one there. Start the drums back up again over here. So it's just these two playing. And then hopefully it sounds alright, but it's probably going to sound pretty shit. Oh, I've got everything muted. Oh, I've got it on loop. So, sounding alright. Sounds okay, but actually sound pretty shit. So what I do if it sounds rubbish, I will literally mute it, and then I'll go back to my instruments and then insert, say for example, it sounds a bit sort of like trancey, so we'll add a little instrument called hybrid, which is pretty cool. We'll go to this one, hold, what was it, that key. That sounds cool, so we can adjust it over here. Okay, we'll start it like that. So, if we solo this, and then stop it and make sure it goes back. So, right. Okay, so this is where I record. 3, 2, 1. Press the wrong key, but hey ho. And then what I do is do that. Change it down, pull it back a bit. Pull it down. Down, 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 down. And then up. With our drums, put it back down again. You see we're recording, and then pull it back up again for our drums, and then maybe give it a little bit of resonance as well. Change the octave. Pull the resonance down a bit. It sounds a bit rubbish. And then pull the cut off. Back. Sounds good there. And we'll leave it there. 3. And we'll leave it there at 55. So 3, 2, 1. Stop. Cool. Okay, so that is how I record an instrument into my sequencer. So there's 3 lines here. So hopefully when I put it all together again, so I'll mute that piano chord thing, which is rubbish. So hopefully So we can turn this down by, I can't just yet, so see, it sounds okay, but there's still something missing. So we could bring, what we'll do, we'll bounce this into place. So what we'll do, bouncing into place, it exports the bars and then turns them in, turns the MIDI sound of what we recorded into visual beats, so you can see where the beats start and where the beats end. I like doing this because I can then change to what it should be, or what it sounds nice to. So this is what I usually do, making a track, and sometimes it can take a week to make a track, sometimes it will take a couple of hours, and then I'm like, yes, bosh, I've actually done this. This sounds so cool. But also making tracks using Reason 10, you have to keep on, so you have to replay. So you can see this time it's given me a sort of visual, so I'm going to turn this down, right down, so hopefully so you can hear that better this time. So also what I like to do when making music, I like to make some rises as well. So I add a little instrument again. Thank you very much, riser. So using my MIDI keyboard again. Yeah, so I can do that, but it's just sometimes I don't like that one. I like to choose a random one. You see all these like switching, so it's landed on pitch rise. Yeah, okay, we'll use that one. So again, we need to record and solo, and then what key should we use? Yeah, we use that one. So again, we'll record. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Bang. So I've recorded a rise, little riser. We'll close that down. We'll again bounce this in place because I like to see where it sort of ends, which is pretty cool. It is tiring though. And like sometimes when you make a really good beat, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then yeah, so this is green again, so I want to change that to a different colour. Let's change it to neon pink, and so it's easier to see. We'll shave it down a bit. I turn bars to grid, get my little razor, cut it there, take that little bit off there, and then move it to, so we'll have like we'll move it, in fact sometimes you have to change the how far you can move it, because sometimes in bar you can't really move it that well. So I'll copy and paste that, and then let's see if that sounds alright now. So I'll take the mute off, apart from that stupid piano, and we'll go again. So this is what you have to do until it sounds alright. And obviously I'm not concentrating too well on what I'm doing. But you can get the pretty much the simple sort of gist of what I do. Here's the riser. So it sounds alright, and it's a good start, isn't it? So that's like what, a minute there, a minute there. So we've done a whole minute's worth. So 3 of those and you've got a track. So sometimes you can literally just copy it all and then paste it, but I don't like doing that. Sometimes as well, a lot of people have mentioned, oh, I like how you get the song faster. So what I do with that is I edit the automation, and then I do this. So what we can do is we can make it faster to about there, and then and then that's cool, right? So this little orange bar at the top, we'll open it up. So there's a little line there, right? No, and you got to get it just on. So I won't make it too fast, otherwise it sounds really shit. I'll make it there. Okay, so I'll click on one of the others, and this time it will sound a little bit different. So it will start going faster and faster. Riser for a little break. So it's back to its original tempo. Sometimes I get a little bit bored, so what I'll do is I will copy the whole lot and paste and paste and paste, and then so from about sort of four bars I'll change the transpose of the drums, so it gives a little bit more. So I usually go 502, and sometimes it and then 0 and then 5 and then 0 and then 2 and then 0 and then 5 and then 0 and then 2 and then 0. It gives it a little bit more sort of diversity sort of thing, you know, like in fact I'll change the colour of that as well to let's go for a light sky blue. Usually it's a lot easier if you separate the colours, so we'll try this one this time. And because I didn't like that entrance for this, I'll slowly, if you can see right at the very, it's very small, but I can edge it in slowly, so it might just come in awkwardly, sort of like a build-up. There you go, it sounds better now. There's all these little tweaks and bits and stuff you have to sort of get in. So, for example, sometimes what I'll do is I'll zoom right in, like this, and I'll think, right, well, sounds alright, but what if I do this? So I cut the drums in half, in half, in half, in half, in half, in half. And then what I can do is, it's probably going to sound shit, but oh, actually, we need one there. So I'll move that one there, that one there, that one there. Oh, we need an extra one. Oh, that might sound a little bit rubbish now. So I need one just there. So, tell you what, we'll start with the we'll do it like this, and then that one. Let's see if this sounds alright. It probably won't, but it's worth a go. Teases in the drums a little bit there. Yeah, I like that. That sounds a little bit better. The drums sounds a little bit different this time, but this see, we've got a long bit here that sounds the same, so I like to do a little bit of so I have like the this bit first, or so for example what we've done is we've given like a little bit of a break here for the drums, which is cool, and then I like to give a bit of a break of the sort of melody, and then maybe we could add something there. So what will we do? There's so many things you can do with this software. It's brilliant. We could add a bit of grain, different drums. We could try different drums. Yes, let's try different drums. So, in fact, let's copy that and paste it back again. And then, because it gets a little bit boring here, what we'll do is we'll highlight all these drums, and then we'll right click, and then we'll mute clips, so they will no longer be able, we won't hear those. And then we can go back to the drum supply, loop supply, and then we can, so actually what we'll do, we'll go into a bit of drum and bass, I think. That is bloody heavy, so let's check that bad boy out. Okay, we'll make it here. We'll put it right at the very bottom, so it's changed colour because it's a new instrument. What we'll do as well, we'll give it, right, we'll copy and paste this one, ding 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 ding, and then what we'll do, we'll give a riser again, so we'll make another riser. So we'll go back to the instruments, and then we go to the riser. At the riser, again, we're going to choose what we want. So we'll go, I could just press random. Random's pretty good, not invert. That sounds a bit rubbish. See, I've used that one quite a few times. I don't like to use many clips the same. I like all my music different. Sorry, that's, oh god, I like all my tracks a little bit different from the rest. I don't like any of them being the same. Yeah, okay, I like that one. So we'll go with this one. So we go down to the bottom again, select it for solo, press stop, and then right, which key? Yeah, that key. I'm not sure what note that is, but anyway, so we'll go from the, right, we'll stop it again, and then hit record. So I'm recording right now, the very bottom. Right, there we go. So close that one down. Click on the riser, we'll bounce that one in place, and then we're going to change the tempo again here, so it gets real fast and real heavy. So hopefully this is going to sound good, but you never know. Like I always say, you just don't know until you try it. So we've got the riser. I'll bring the riser here. In fact, we need to change the timings, so we'll bring it just there. So that should be okay for our drums. So I'll bring that into place, take that away. So our drums start, we could take that one away. So we just hear the riser for a couple. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's cool. Right, and then what we'll do again, we'll automate, we'll draw in the timings, so we want it to get faster and faster, and then stay on a sort of path that we can listen to and it sounds alright and it doesn't sound too rubbish. So there's the line again, and we'll do a little bit faster. So hopefully that's going to sound cool. So let's just listen to these drums now. In fact, we'll do that. So I've used these drums before. So I don't like, what I sometimes do is I add the alligator effect to the drums, because sometimes it just sounds a little bit better with he says, and it sounds rubbish. Okay, so let's listen to the drums. No. Rubbish. In fact, you know what? No, stop that, and we're going to get rid of that, because that sounded rubbish. So on its own then, let's play the whole track again. Just a minute, and then we'll let that, yeah, that's muted. Ding. So what, spent about 10 minutes doing this, maybe 5 minutes doing this. Let's see, it's the riser. Sounds alright. See, I only release things if they sound, I think they sound good. And those drums are actually pretty rubbish. So, goodbye to the drums. And we'll go back to the drums over here, the supply, the loop supply. We'll go back to hip hop. Nah, I don't like that. Alright, let's try that one. Let's put it, yeah. Oh, actually, let's go back. Let's not put that there. Let's change this to bar. And then, which one was it? Is that one. So we'll put it here. And then we'll copy and paste. Ding, 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 ding. And then we will listen from about here. That sounds alright. So I hope that helps everyone who actually sort of like wants to see how I work. So that's how I work. Totally experimental. It is just I've got so many I've made so, and it doesn't always end up like this. And like the start sounds pretty cool, the middle needs work, and then the end needs also a lot of work. But that's about a minute and a half. Yeah, about a minute and 40 seconds worth of song. And that's how I do it. So, yeah. Good luck and keep on making music.